everyone. Welcome back to Sociology with Dr. Umabati. This is lecture 8 for class 11 Sociology, and today we will study a very important topic, social stratification. This concept helps us understand how society is organized and why inequality exists across different groups of people. Social stratification refers to the division of society into different layers or strata. These layers are formed based on factors like wealth, power, occupation, caste, gender, and prestige. It is important to remember that stratification is not about individual differences. It is a system created by society where some groups occupy a higher position and some occupy a lower position. In simple words, society creates a hierarchy like upper level, middle level, and lower level and places people into these levels. Features of social stratification. Now, let us look at its main features. First, stratification is structural. This means it is built into the social system and is not about personal qualities. Second, it is universal. Every society, traditional or modern, has some form of hierarchy. Third, it is hierarchical. People and groups are ranked from high to low. Fourth, stratification affects life chances. It influences education, jobs, income, health, and even lifestyle. Fifth, stratification is often justified by certain beliefs or ideologies. For example, the idea of purity and pollution in the caste system. And finally, social stratification is stable but slowly changing. It does not change overnight but can change gradually through social movements, development, and education. Types of stratification. There are four main types of stratification systems: caste system, class system, slavery, and estate system. Let us briefly discuss each of them. The caste system is one of the oldest and most rigid forms of stratification. It is based on birth, meaning a person is born into a particular caste and cannot change it easily. In traditional India, castes determine occupation, marriage rules, social interactions, status in society. It is endogamous, meaning people marry within their own caste. There is also social segregation between castes. However, due to education, urbanization, and laws, the caste system is slowly changing today. The class system is based on economic status. Unlike caste, class is open and flexible. This means people can move up or down depending on their income, education, and occupation. For example, someone born in a poor family can move to a higher class through education and employment. So, class is an active status, not an ascribed one. Slavery is a system where one person is legally owned by another. Slaves had no rights, no freedom, and no control over their lives. Slavery existed in ancient Greece, Rome, America, and many colonial societies. Though slavery is now illegal across the world, modern slavery still exists in the form of human trafficking and exploitation. Estate system or feudal system existed mainly in medieval Europe. Society was divided into three major estates. The nobility are the rulers, the clergy are religious leaders, the commoners comprises of farmers, craftsmen, laborers. The rights and privileges of each estate were determined by birth, similar to caste. Social inequality. Social stratification naturally leads to social inequality. Inequality means that some groups have more wealth, power, status, opportunities, better lifestyles, while other groups have limited access to these resources. This inequality affects education, jobs, healthcare, and overall quality of life. Social mobility means movement of individuals or groups from one social position to another. There are different types: upward mobility, moving to a higher class, downward mobility, moving to a lower class; horizontal mobility, change in position without change in status; intergenerational mobility, movement across generations; intragenerational mobility, movement in a person's own lifetime. The degree of mobility shows how open or closed a society is. In India, the structure of stratification has been changing. Education plays a major role in improving mobility. Urbanization has reduced caste-based occupations. Reservation policies have given opportunities to disadvantaged groups. Modern professions and technology have also weakened traditional barriers. These changes show that Indian society is gradually moving towards a more open and flexible system. This brings us to the end of lecture 8. Today we learned the meaning, features, types, and impact of social stratification. We also discussed social inequality, social mobility, and the changes happening in India. Thank you for watching. If you find these lectures helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel Sociology with Dr. Umabati and hit the notification button for updates. See you in the next lecture.